Hello, everyone. It is I, Stephen Malora, your favorite mental health counselor who aspires to be a VTuber. Today, I want to talk to you about earning love. And this is something I have to work with my clients on a lot, especially my first responders, my veterans, my men. This idea that you're only as valuable as what you can perform, what you can do. Now, the problem with this is sometimes it's logistically true. The idea being, of course, we work in corporations, in military units, in nonprofits even. And if you don't pull your weight, you're probably going to get fired. Perhaps your corporation is even saying this, raising the standards and being like, you can bench 100 pounds, but if you can't bench 150 in the next 6 months, we're going to kick you out. We're actually going to replace you with someone who not only is better, but will work longer hours, will do even for less pay. And this translates into a personal attack. It's not quite a personal attack, but for this case, we'll call it a personal attack. I have to be a certain way. I have to engage in certain behaviors to be valuable. And then we apply it to family. Then we apply it to friends. Then there's this idea, unless I'm doing, I'm not good enough. Unless I'm whatever I can do. If I have a friend, if I have a tribe that doesn't need me, that really feels unsafe, maybe they'll abandon me. But this isn't really how it's supposed to be. When you're a kid, a baby isn't really supposed to have to earn anything. They're just giant bundles of need. And as they grow up, you give them more responsibility. You're trying to teach them to, face the horrors of existence. You're trying to get them to learn how to read, write, get a job, all that good stuff. But the idea is they can just kind of be who they are as children, and they're valuable intrinsically. And then you become an adult and you're told you're not good enough, that you're too ugly, you're too fat, you're too stupid. And that stays with you. Maybe it's from trauma, maybe the army told you, maybe your priest told you, maybe your parents told you this. Maybe there's this idea in your head that from whatever messaging system that you're just not good enough, that you're a waste. And then it feels like I have to do something. I have to become the CEO of this company. I have to be the hardest worker in the room. I have to be the smartest worker in the room. I have to be the most skilled at, canasta and carpentry, in order to prove my worth to the people around me. And hey, I don't necessarily mind the idea of I want to be respected, or I want to have these ambitions, or I want to be this person in a higher socioeconomic status. I'm never going to challenge anyone's ambitions. Go for it. But the idea I have to do this in order to be accepted is a problem. The idea I have to be a certain way, I have to have some output, I have to serve in order to be loved is something that was taught to me, and it took years of therapy to actually untwist that thinking in my head. But B, it's too transactional. Now, all relationships are transactional, that's okay. But the idea that I need to do this in order to be loved, well, you're not loved then. You're not actually accepted for who you are as a person. You're not accepted for yourself when you're being lazy, or when you're having a tough day, or maybe when you're burnt out and need some recovery time. That's wrong for you now. And ultimately, the relationships you're going to choose are only the ones where they need something from you. Now, there's a lot of reasons for this. There's this entire idea I need to be needed rather than want to be wanted. Because if I'm needed, it's less likely for this person to abandon me, less likely for this person to attack me. It's very hard to attack the person you need. But if I'm just wanted, they can dump me. Seems pretty mean, huh? But this is just one more way to protect yourself from hurt, from disappointment. So, your love isn't a prize. Being loved isn't a prize. It should be something given and received freely. If you have trouble doing that, socially, in your community, romantically, maybe you want to talk to me or someone like me for some help. If you can do this on your own, just remind yourself. When you find yourself saying, I have to do more. I have to work more. Oh my God, I can't relax. What if this person doesn't like me if I don't perform enough? Question it. Just say, am I doing this because I think I'll be rejected or that I'm not good enough just as I am? And that's all. Wishing you the best.